78 Sports TV here. So I'm checking out my boy Boxing Beats and Rhymes page.
Doing it from Boxing Beats and Rhymes channel.
This is Tony Thompson, chilling with Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Everyone you chilling with Boxing Beats and Rhymes. This is that mere hardcore man store on Boxing Beats and Rhymes YouTube channel.
I don't know if you want to answer. Possible Manny Pacquiao fight with Floyd Mayweather. How you feel about that?
Well, basically, it's a fight that still has the potential to happen.
Looks like Carl Froch is going to give up the IBF strap early next year. Apparently Eddie Hearn was on TalkSport, a British radio station, and the Froch Chavez Jr fight could be near to being inked. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it's definitely inked. But he was being a little coy apparently. No Froch to go. Ambrose Mendy says Carl Froch is actually running scared and he'll rather retire than face James Degale. Ambrose Mendy is James Degale's advisor. He used to be Nigel Benn's manager back in the day. Nicholas Walters is going to defeat Nonito Donaire tomorrow. Might as well just make my pick right there. Younger, fresher, longer arms, big power. Donaire, his volume, not very impressive recently. Still got the power though. Still got the power. I'm going to go for the big featherweight. The biggest looking featherweight. Although they're about the same height. I'm going to go for Walters, Jamaica. Yeah, you're going to sound biased, but what does it matter anyway? I'm going for Walters, and that's that. Shut up! Golovkin versus Rubio. Easy work. Easy work, Golovkin, man. I don't know. People have said Rubio this, but I don't know what you guys are seeing. I just remember the guy against Povetkin, and he didn't look impressive. Yeah, he beat David Lemieux, but then again, Lemieux was a puncher, but so what, Lemieux drew in his next fight with some guy, Alcine, who was a little past it. So, it's not a bad win, but Rubio winning. Can't run with that. Can't run with that. Golovkin by stoppage. Good fight next week. Carlos Takam versus Alexander Povetkin. Good fight. Looking forward to that. Hopkins and Kovalev is just around the corner. It's coming closer, people. It's coming closer. And Klitschko versus Pulev is coming as well. Coming closer. All these fights are coming closer. Pacquiao versus Algeria. People say there ain't no fights. There's fights. Bellew versus Cleverly. And that bill. Decent little bill there. Shouldn't be paying for you, but still a good bill. Pacquiao versus Algeria, not bad. I'm looking forward to seeing Lomachenko on that bill, though. They've got Jesse Vargas, Antonio DeMarco. It's a good bill, and good old Zhu Shiming. So I'm assuming this bill, yes, it's in China. Yes, it's in China. Wow, Pacquiao might as well immigrate there. The tax system must be nice there, money. Yeah. Got Ewbank Jr. versus Billy Joe Saunders. Great domestic dust-up, man. Derek Chisora, Fury, that's the main event on that bill, but to me that's the undercard, really. Good stuff. Even Beltran versus Crawford, it's not a bad fight. It's not a bad fight. And then after it, it'll probably tail off in December. And we do it again in 2015. We've got Anthony Joshua saying after he defeats Michael Sprott in 2015, he's going to step up the competition. I wouldn't just overlook Sprott like that. I'm not saying he'll lose, but Sprott is a decent craftsman, former British champion. Not a bad fighter. I don't see what the hurry is to move Anthony Joshua up into fighting the Lions yet. Matt Christie actually thinks that Michael Sprott is not a credible opponent for Anthony Joshua at this stage of his career. He says that Sprott's punch resistance and reactions are casualties of a long an honourable career. This is not a positive matchup. I disagree with that. I disagree. No, he's not the fighter that he once was. But what he'll try and do is tuck up and come back with counters. He's good at tucking up. That's what he'll try and do that. And I don't think it's a bad matchup. Let him fight Sprott. And then get him back in the ring soon after. It's a good opponent for this stage of his career. It's his 10th fight. No, people talking about, Tony Thompson and Kevin Johnson. Soon, that's coming. That's coming soon. It will come when it's ready to happen. There's no rush to put him in that yet. There's no rush. There's no rush, man. There's no rush.
I am ranked number one.
that means I'm the best. But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums. I'm telling you and everybody here, I'll fight him anywhere, anytime.
Leon Spinks is starting to recover, according to his wife, after abdominal trouble. Joe Bugner is recovering in hospital after suffering a heart attack. He's been, he knows he has to change his diet and his lifestyle a little.
Like I said, it's a couple of lemons. They're absolutely devastated the fact that Kell Brook has won the world title.
Apparently, there's been rumours circulating that Eddie Hearn can't really justify the pay-per-view of Bellew and Cleverly, and he's trying to get people like David Haye to come on the bill and George Groves, so he can justify the pay-per-view. How true that is, I don't know. Some people are saying it would be weird to see David Haye as just a regular fight rather than headlining an event, especially in the UK. Yeah, it would be strange to see that, but if it's going to get him back on a horse, it's no big deal. Domencio Spada, he believes he can beat Martin Murray, British middleweight contender Martin Murray. I don't know anything about Spada. He's a huge underdog. Spada's been beaten by guys like Rubio. I don't know how good he is. He got stopped by Rubio, but he reckons he's training hard. Murray was supposed to fight for an interim belt this year, and that didn't happen for the WBA. He would have been a better opponent for Danny Jacobs for that vacant interim belt rather than that Jared Fletcher dude. Let's face it. He was supposed to actually fight Jared Fletcher for the interim belt early this year, but that just never happened. I don't know what happened. Lee Selby, he says, I would do the same job on Evgeny Gradovich as he did on Joel Branca, the Australian who was undefeated, who Lee Selby destroyed in the eliminator bout and boxed absolutely brilliant. Lee says, Gradovich is perfect for my style. Gonna take a little break. He's been in the gym quite a lot. And he says, he's worked hard to get to this point and he's not gonna let it all go to waste from here, basically. He's a good young fighter, man. Good stylist. Daniel Gill, he fights Jared Fletcher. I'm not really bothered about that fight at all. I'm still buzzing after Cornelius Bundrage's win against Carlos Molina. Excellent win, man. Excellent win. Oscar De La Hoya told K9 that he has to wait in line if he wants to fight Canelo.
Oh, man. Jesus for life, fellas. Dog is coming.
All right.
Oscar De La Hoya says he's reached an agreement with Don King and Deontay Wilder will soon sign to fight Bermane Stiverne. It's all taken care of now. Stiverne and his manager, Jay Dees, has come to terms with Wilder's manager or advisor, Al Heyman. Stiverne is done. Stiverne has agreed, and so Al is dealing with Deontay. Al is very meticulous, says De La Hoya, and he's going through this word for word and line for line, and that he is making sure that everything is the way that it should be, and then it will be forwarded to us, said Dees. That's usually Al. He doesn't do things that are not finished in every sense of the word, so Al is more interested in it being done right than it being done fast. The information that I have so far sounds agreeable. We're ready to go. Well, it's about time. You need to, okay, Al's going to take his time, you're going to do it, but you need to look over it meticulously, like you're saying, and get it done. Either the fight's going to happen or not going to happen. The heavyweight division cannot afford to wait around for you guys to fuck around like this. Yeah? And I'm not reversing or editing that swear out. That stays in. The Areola fight was ages ago. Wilder hasn't fought once since then. Ages ago. You're just letting the division sleep. People are turning away from boxing. In that time, what have we seen? I made the video about it. Shannon Briggs running all about the place. Audley Harrison talking about shit. Eddie Hearn talking about bringing Kimbo Slice to Britain. That's because of you guys, man. It's because of you guys, because you're not providing no action in the ring. You've allowed that. You're allowing the division to turn into a joke. Get the fight signed and fight, for f***'s sake. And whoever wins this, let's pray that the unification fight with Vlad, which should happen, it gets done within 8 months, man. These, God almighty, man. Jesus Christ. Just killing the division off. Frightening. Frightening. Gary Gitelshon, who manages Brian Valora, is trying to get him a shot at Francisco Estrada, who's the WBA and WBO World Flyweight Champion. This will be a rematch. Previously, he beat Valora by a split decision just last year. So, looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. Should be a great scrap. Michael Katsidis, I still have plenty to offer. He takes on Tommy Coyle on next week in the UK, up in Yorkshire in Hull. I don't know what Katsidis has got left. Some people say he's the worst for wear now. Mike Alvarado, Brandon Reyes free. Bob Arum said that could happen next year, or maybe in December. Could be a support bout on the Matt Kobaroff Andy Lee vacant WBO title belt. Well, I don't know why Peter Quillen did what he did. We still don't get it. But Jerome Wilson, who was knocked out on the 12th of September by Serge Ambomo and was placed into a medically induced coma, is said to be out of the coma after surgery. Dave Caldwell, his promoter, said he's made unbelievable progress in the last 3 or 4 days, and he seems to be getting stronger. He's been taken off the critical list and was now being described as high dependency. It's all about rehab now, and he can't quite move or speak at the moment, but he is aware of what people are saying to him. We'll keep a tab on that story and wish the young man the best. Kell Brook says he'll come back stronger from the stabbing incident. He says he's strong-willed. I will always come through things. This will make me a stronger fighter and a better person. Amir Khan right now is not backing up his talk, you know. He's giving it a lot of front when Brook didn't have no title in the ringside studio. How he do this? You're not established, you don't have a belt. Well, he's got the belt now. So where's the fight? Where's the fight that the British public want to see? Why are you not giving the British public? You just want the Mayweather fight because, you know, it's a big money fight. Look, nobody wants to stop fighters getting their money. But what you're telling us, basically, is you don't want to fight competitive fights. And once the public know that, they're going to get all up in your business. Yeah, lots of people want the Mayweather fight. You can't be just sitting around for that. Nobody wants to see the Guerrero fight. Brook, Khan, Wembley, or wherever it is, sells out Britain, big massive fights, put the UK on the map. You fight that fight, you stand a great chance of getting the Mayweather fight. Simple. Simple as that. I mean, Brook wants to fight. Brook is saying, well, look, how can we both want to fight Mayweather? We need to go for each other. You know, the King of Britain will take Mayweather on. That sounds like a better proposition to sell to the world. You can become the world champion, you win the Battle of Britain, you have a great selling point to get the Mayweather fight. Not Guerrero. Guerrero's not going to get you any closer to the Floyd fight. It just isn't. Just isn't. Thurman, you beat Thurman. The world is yours. The world is yours. Fight Devon Alexander. They're the fights that will get you that shot at 147. Trying to sneak around the back door. No, the bouncer's going to say, where you going? You know, you can't get in here. And he's going to toss you out. I'm going to wrap it up here, man. There's only a few fights, in my opinion, that can qualify for pay-per-view in Britain, matching up just British fighters. And that's Froch, Degale, that's pay-per-view. Frampton Quigg, pay-per-view. Khan versus Brook. And Anthony Joshua against the likes of David Haye, Fury, or maybe a Chisora. You know, they're pay-per-view fights. Dillian White. Might not be a pay-per-view fight, but that would be a big heavyweight fight for the UK. The rematch from the amateur fight. Dillian's still undefeated and he's back. So, you know, something to think about. Peace out.